Bobby Eddings back out at Hoops Family Field with Marshall head women's soccer coach Michael Swan. Coach, 1-0 win. I've got to ask, what's it feel like to get back on the winning side of things at home?
Wonderful. It really does. It's fitting for what we've had to deal with this year with, the injury bug. It's followed us around all season long, and we shook it today by just pure energy and pure effort from our team.
What can pure energy and effort do?
Take you a long way. I mean, it really can, and on the goal, it's focused too. There's a big stoppage there before Bailey takes the penalty, and she's kept herself composed. The team's got her over there, just calming it down, and she's won the game for us as well as many other who put in a hell of a lot of effort into today's result.
A game like this towards the end of the season, how can that kind of propel your program forward as well?
Absolutely. I mean, look, we came out with high expectations this season, and we got to a mark where we were very proud. And, all we saw was us kicking on from there, and obviously it hasn't happened for whatever reason. Injuries are a big part of that, and, just determination and effort, and, having a young team or young players that have to step up, and they absolutely stepped up today. So for the future of it, it's fantastic.
You talked about injuries, kind of how they've impacted your team all year. Alexis goes out, Reagan goes out. Ashlyn gets her first shutout of her career today as well.
Yeah, she did, and it was a really good one there at the end. Pressure's coming on top of her, and we've worked really hard on set pieces all season. Big thing that we did last season was give away too many on set pieces, and the coaching staff and the goalkeepers, in the back four, they've all bought into it, and we haven't conceded a lot on those types of situations. So for Ashlyn to face that with 20 seconds to go and get the clean sheet, I'm absolutely delighted with her. She's stepped up to the plate as well as many others. But congratulations to Ashlyn today.
We'll bring on some players in just a moment, but I wanted to ask you, that last 20 minutes looked like you guys really had some opportunities. Far post, getting inside the 6-yard box, getting inside the 18. What did you guys see kind of strategically that kind of also led to the PK opportunity as well? Yeah,
it was something that we said it yesterday in training. We walked in, and this point of the season, you're kind of rubbing hoping that you've got players to finish games, and you're dusting yourself off. And we just said, let's go and press them. Let's get after it and really go and press them. And that is a result of, them buying into what we're doing, and a lot of chances at the end for us. And, just the way Bailey finished that goal, the penalty is outstanding finish. So, that's a testament, not Bailey's goal, but just the attitude to go out and just suffocate the team when we can.
Cool. Thanks, Coach. Yeah. I appreciate it. To have an opportunity to, like what Coach said, to press, to push forward, to be able to really attack that back line, how much fun is that?
It's a lot of fun, especially when you get opportunities off of it, getting crosses in, getting shots on goal. It's something that we always look forward to, especially when we can press like that. Yeah, when you come up from that midfield on that left side, really, what is it that you're looking for? When you're looking towards the box, are you looking far post? Are you looking towards the center? What are you looking for tactically? It kind of depends on what the defender's giving me. We have some tall players like Hannah, and I know Bailey can always get ahead on it, so I try to look back post for them, but it doesn't always come off that way. So I have my forwards also making the front side run, which helps. Coach has talked all year just kind of how much you put into this game physically and emotionally. I heard you mention when you came up here just how exhausted you were. I got to think some of that also leads to kind of being the hometown kid as well. Yeah, there is that as well. I mean, a lot of minutes, a lot of ups and downs with the team, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. So. Yeah, these last 4 years, I mean, obviously you have a COVID year if you take it. I'm not asking you that question today. I will not touch that, right? But if you got that opportunity, but these last 4 years, right? You started here in 2020 during the whole COVID stuff, right? You started through all that stuff, right? Then you get to this point. These last 4 years, how do you remember them right now? And no, I'm not trying to get tears. It was battle. I mean, we started off really rocky. We had COVID. We had a rough starting like freshman year. But I think every year we've really built this program up, and we've made it to where we are. Of course, we've had some injuries and some faults this year, but it's no one to blame. It's just kind of allows us to be versatile. And I think the past 4 years have just been like so memorable, and it's a lot. What does this right here mean to you, the captain armband, to be wearing that on a last night? Could be your last game here in Huntington. It means a lot. Coach named me my sophomore year, and ever since then I felt like it was kind of my role to bring the girls up, have someone to like lean on. So it's meant a lot. It shows a lot of leadership, and I'm very proud to wear it. I'm going to ask you real quick. You've played with Olivia. I saw the senior day pieces for I don't know how many years at this point. Yeah. But playing with Olivia, what's that been like for you for the last, I don't know, you tell me how many years? Oh, man, we played club together probably for 6 or 7 years. She's at 01, I'm at 02, so we would have conjoined practices. But it was pretty sad out there having our last home field game possibly together. but I wouldn't have traded it for the world. She and I, we really just click on the field. She knows where I'm going to be. She knows my speed, so I know her tactically. So it really helps, and it means a lot that I got to finish it off with her.
Should I bring her next?
Yes, definitely.
Do Olivia next?
Bring
Thank you,
Andy.
Abby.
Thank you.
So let's ask you. I asked Abby real quick there at the end. Playing with her for the last, let's see, it sounds like about 11, 12 years that you guys have. What's that been like for you?
It's nice. You can tell we've built a lot of chemistry together because we combine a lot on the field. So I'm sad that it's our last year together.
You know, and I talked to Coach preseason. He described you as the enforcer, the unsung hero of this team. What does that mean to you?
I appreciate that a lot because I put in a lot of hard work. So it's nice that he recognizes that.
What's been something that you think you worked on that came into this year that really has kind of shown itself on the field?
Wait, what was that? Sorry.
What's something you said? You said you put in a lot of work, right? What's something you worked on coming into this season that you kind of identified as, I need to really work on this going into my last season, potentially my last season,
Yes.
right? What is something you identified as something you really needed to work on that you think really improved yourself?
I know in the past, so it's key in the midfield. You got to connect passes because that's what you do. So I've struggled with that in the past. So this season, I feel like I've done a lot better with connecting passes.
You know, you've been in Huntington, you've played at Marshall now at this point. You're a state native as well. You're just down the road, right?
Yep.
Someone that's been able to come in and provide just kind of an impact on this program. These years of playing for Marshall, what's that meant for you?
It's been bittersweet. You know, there's been a lot of heartbreak, but I love supporting my state and just putting in all that effort. And it just goes to show, like tonight, our last home game, putting in that dub.
You know, rewind to the beginning of your career, to the very beginning when you're starting to play. What do you tell that kid?
It's worth it. Keep going. You know, don't give up on those dreams because they end up working out.
Cool. Thank you, Olivia. I appreciate it.
Let's go, Bailey.
All right. Lastly, Bailey Fisher joins me, the goal scorer today. Obviously, you don't often get the opportunity to take the ball from a back line player and then try to put it in the back net on a penalty, but what did you see there? Was there something you saw earlier in the game that allowed you to kind of attack her and take that ball away that led to that?
Their back line was just trying to play through the middle, and if there was no open, they just hold on to it, so I just went and attacked them.
You're a goal scorer, right? I mean, we've talked about it multiple times on the broadcast, the 66 goals in your senior year. You come into your college career here. You get an opportunity to play for Marshall, this being kind of your second year in the program. These 2 years playing with those two, they're gone now. Olivia and Abby, what's that been for you?
I used to play with Abby and Gandy when I was younger, and it's really awesome to be able to play with them in college level now.
The captain, the leadership that those two bring. What are kind of the attributes of those two that you can take through your next couple years in a Marshall uniform as well?
Abby's always a hard worker, so I'll always try to work as hard as her. Gandy is also a hard worker, and I just want to make the program better as they've made the program better while they've been here for the 4 years.
What is it you've seen that makes them a hard worker? Is it weight room? Is it training? Is it the attitude? What is it?
Everything. They're always, during practice, in the weight room, they're always pushing everyone to their max. And I just want to strive like that whenever they're not here.
Obviously, you come into next season now. These two, right? And they won't have that next season necessarily. They could, right? We don't want to talk about they can't. But you come into next season, you look at your opportunity to play next year. To get a win like this, last game in Huntington, what's that mean for kind of the development of the program as well?
Just that hopefully we can continue getting these wins. Just the rest of the season on our last game this Thursday, hopefully we can get the win. And then for next season, hopefully we can just continue to build the program up and up until we eventually win Sunbelt Conference.
Just like, you know, kind of Abby and Olivia, you are a state native, right?
Yeah.
You guys have the best attendance in the entire conference in terms of home attendance. The support you guys get when you're at home, I know I saw a couple Fisher jerseys down in the stands today as well. What's that mean for you?
I'm so glad I have all these supporters, and I hope they continue to come out and support me. It means everything to me.
Cool. Thank you, Bailey.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.